And the truth of the matter is, we only have so much capacity that we can handle, right? We have a max. We have the full 100%. Like sometimes people love to say, I can do 110% or I'll give it 150%. But the truth is 100% is 100% is 100%. That's a max. Now, my max that I can carry may change from day to day. It may be different from day to day. My capacity may fluctuate. If I'm sick, my capacity is going to be lower. My 100% that day is going to be a lot less than it is other days. If it is a busy season, my capacity may be a little bit less. But our plate is the size of the plate. We can't change our capacity, right? And I feel like this is something that is not talked about a whole lot and overlooked a lot. And I actually teach this in one of my trainings that I do for leadership teams. And we do a little activity together where we actually physically hold a plate and see how much we can fit on it, right? See how much can go in there. And then think about how creatively we can add more to our plates without having them topple over, because that ultimately is, a potential outcome if we try to cram too much in there, right? And I want to offer you a reframe today, and this one might sting a little bit. So I know it's Monday, but we're going to start off on the right foot. And I want you guys to stay with me, right? So when we talk about having too much on our plates, I'm talking about like too many meetings, too many priorities, too many people who need something from us. But our plate is not really the problem. The problem is that we feel like it's our job and our responsibility to put everything on the plate. I'm going to say that again. The plate is not the problem. You holding the plate and your capacity is not often the problem. Most of the people I work with, they can handle more than the average person. The problem is that we think we're supposed to put everything on the plate. We think that we are only successful if we fit it all in. We think we're huge failures if it doesn't or if it topples over. And that's an identity problem. That's an identity issue, right? And so until we can actually see that for what it is and name the problem for what it is, we're not actually going to be able to solve it. So identity wise on the inside, what this looks like. So you can see if this is what is happening with you or not, right? You work harder, you deliver, you hit the goal, and instead of being satisfied, you immediately look for the next thing to do. Or you even think it was so successful, maybe I dropped the ball somewhere, maybe I could have done better, right? You don't fully rest on vacation. Because the job is still where you feel most like yourself. You say yes to things that you don't actually want to say yes to because it makes you feel valuable, makes you feel important. Um, all of these things are embedded deeply in us, and it's a belief that's so deeply embedded that we actually never question. We just kind of buy into the idea that I am what I produce. My worth is what I contribute. My purpose is my role. And role and identity are two very different things, right? We were never built to carry all of this. In fact, in a leadership role, you have to be the source. You have to be the one that's providing for so many other people, right? So instead of saying, what did I accomplish today? You can say, who did I serve today? Who did I help grow today? Who am I being in this space versus what did I get done? What did I accomplish? How many things on my to-do list were checked off? It's not the same thing, right? And when you have to be the source, when you have to be the one who is saying, my identity is separate from my role, I'm going to show up well, I'm not going to have my value tied to what I accomplish and how many things I get done or how many people notice how much I get done. Um, you have to make sure that you have extra hands that are holding that plate, both personally and professionally. You can't just be the only two hands that are holding that plate up. You've got to have that added support, and that added support might look like delegating. It might look like ditching some of the things off of your plate. It might look like a coach or a mentor or a group or a boss that supports you. It can be any of those things, but those extra hands have to be under that plate, helping you pour into yourself so you can be a source for your team and for those that you work with, right? Now, we have to ask ourselves, what do I want my purpose to be in this role? What do I want that to look like? And then what do I need to support that journey? What do I need to make that happen? So, I currently am opening up applications for the next round of my Nest group, which is a support for women who are in leadership roles or business owners. And this is a space where we add hands under each other's plates. Maybe some days yours is lighter and you can offer support to someone else. Maybe some days your plate is overloaded and everything's about to topple off and you need someone else to help support you. And that's exactly what happens in the Nest group. This is not a curriculum space. This is a coaching space. This is a girl gang. This is everyone creating that, like, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas vibes, because we all come in craving and intentionally opting into a space that says, I've got you, a space that says, I'm not adding to your plate. I'm helping you hold the one that you already have. So if you were interested in joining this next round of the Nest, we are actually starting next month in just a few weeks. There, it is a very limited group size. We already have some spots that are taken. So go to amycapello.com/nest to learn more. The application is there. Even if you're on the fence, I would encourage you to fill out the application. They're really fantastic self-reflection questions for you that can be really eye-opening. And then we can get on the phone and chat about whether or not it's the right space for you. I am intentionally curating this. It's not a guarantee that you get in. If you apply, I am making sure that this is exactly the right people in the right room at the right time. We all need to be very, very, very intentional about how we're spending our time, our money, and our energy. And I'm curating that just for you guys. So fill out the application. We'll have a phone call about whether or not this is, the perfect space for you at this time. There's no obligation to the application. So go check it out, read a little bit more about it. And what I want you to do today is, instead of asking yourself at the end of the day, what did I get done? I want you to ask yourself, what did I bring to today? Not what did I get done? What did I bring to today? And that will give you some clarity and give you some purpose within your role today. All right. It is so good checking in with you guys today. I'll be back tomorrow and I'll talk to you soon.